Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create or update GoHighLevel contact on Webflow form submission. So let's suppose I am into edutech sector and I am receiving all my potential clients with the help of Webflow. Now I want that whenever there is a new form submission, a contact should be automatically created in my GoHighLevel account. Now doing this manually will be a very time consuming task, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Webflow and GoHighLevel. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I will receive new form submission in my Webflow, a contact will be automatically created in my GoHighLevel account. Now if you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create or update GoHighLevel contact on Webflow form submission. For this, I have created an automation workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect, where I have built connection between Webflow and lead connector V2 or GoHighLevel, and now I am going to do a form submission in this Webflow and check whether this contact has been created in my GoHighLevel or not. If the contact is created in my GoHighLevel account, this means this automation setup that I have created with the help of Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. So here I am going to open my form in Webflow. So this is my form and I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my first name is, so here I have entered my first name as latest, last name as user, phone number as this, email address is latest4621@pabblydudes.com. Organization name is Pabbly, and now I am going to click on this submit. Here I have done the form submission and this contact should be created in my GoHighLevel. So let's open my GoHighLevel account and refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have instantly created this latest user as a contact in my GoHighLevel account. Let's open this. So the first name was latest, last name was user, email address that we entered was latest4621@pabblydudes.com, phone number was this. So this is how this automation workflow will run, and now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to create or update GoHighLevel contact on Webflow form submission, and here we are going to create automation between Webflow and lead connector V2 or GoHighLevel with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect/inr/ in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button, and first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create or update GoHighLevel contact on Webflow form submission, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and here I am going to select this forms automation and then click on create. Now here, as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create or update GoHighLevel contact on Webflow form submission, which means whenever there will be Webflow form submission, a contact will be created in my GoHighLevel account, which means whenever there will be Webflow form submission, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So when there is a Webflow form submission and then action says do this, then create or update GoHighLevel contact. So here in my trigger application, I'm going to take Webflow V1. Now I need to select my trigger event, and in this drop down I can find all the trigger events. Here I am going to select this as new form submission, and now I need to make connection between Webflow v1 and Pabbly Connect, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Webflow with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I am going to make this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Webflow account. So this is my Webflow account, and these are the two sites that I have created. Here I am going to use this site. So I am going to click on the three dots and then go to settings. Now on the left hand side where I can see all these options, I have to click on this apps and integrations. And if I scroll down, I can see this option of webhooks. So I'm going to click on this add webhook, and then I have to select my trigger type. So whenever there is a form submission, I want to trigger this workflow. So here I am going to select my trigger type as form submission, and then in the API version, as I am using Webflow v1, I have selected that. Now I need to enter the webhook URL. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here, and then I have to click on this add webhook. So here I have successfully added the webhook URL which I was provided in my Pabbly Connect here in this particular site. And if I go back to Pabbly Connect, I can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now this means, so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission, for which I am going to submit the form in the site where I have added my webhook URL. Now after the form submission, if Pabbly Connect captured that response here in this workflow, this means the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Webflow v1, that is successful. So here I am going to open my form. This is my form, and I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my first name is, so here I have added my first name as admin, last name as user, phone number as this, email address as admin6079@pabblytudes.com, organization name is Pabbly, and now I'm going to click on the submit. Here I have successfully done the form submission, and this response should be received in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So let's open my workflow, and if I scroll down, I can see that I have instantly captured the response. The organization name that we entered was Pabbly, phone number was this, first name was admin, last name was user, email address that we added was admin6079@pabblytudes.com. Now as soon as I have done this form submission, I have received that response here in this workflow, and this means the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Webflow v1, that is successful. And now whenever there will be form submission in this particular site, in this particular form, I will start receiving the response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever there is a Webflow form submission, I want to create or update GoHighLevel contact. So then in my action application, I'm going to take lead connector v2. And then in my action event, as I want to create and update contact, I'm going to select this. Now I have to click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, click on save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then click on this connect with lead connector v2. Now under this agency, I can see the sub account, and if I scroll down, I can find my sub account, which is Pabbly Connect. And here, as I've already logged in my GoHighLevel account, this was an easy authorization and authorization successful. So it is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization. And now lead connector v2 is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is that I have to enter the first name. So I'm not going to enter this manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter data from my previous response. Now, when I click on this first name field, I can see this Webflow. And when I click on this, I can see all the response that I've received from there. Here, I need to enter the first name, and the first name was admin. Then I need to enter the last name. So the last name was user. Then I need to enter the full name. So the full name that we have received in the response is admin user. So I have entered that. And then I need to enter the email address. So the email address was admin6079@pabblytudes.com. Then I need to enter the phone number. So the phone number that we have received in the response is this one. Now I have not received the response for any of these fields, and as these fields are not required one, For now, I am going to skip this, and if you have received the response, you can enter this following the same process. Now, as tags field is not a required one, I am again going to skip this. Now in this is DND, I am going to select this as none, and then I have received the company name, which was Pabbly, and then in the DND settings, I am going to select this as none. Now I am going to skip all of these fields because these fields are not required one, and then over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I simply have to click on the Save and Send Test Request button. And here I can see that I have received the response, and this response is a positive one. Now I need to open my GoHighLevel account and check whether this contact has been created there or not. So this is my GoHighLevel dashboard. On the left hand side where I can see all these options, here I am going to click on this contacts, and then I am going to refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have created this admin user as my contact. Let's open this. The name was admin, the last name was user, email address was admin6079@pabblydudes.com. Phone number that we added was this one. So now to summarize, we took Webflow v1 as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We submitted a form and received that response error in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted to create the contact. So we took lead connector v2 or GoHighLevel as my action application, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered all these details with the help of a method called mapping, clicked on the Save and Send Test Request button, and received the response as this contact been created automatically in my GoHighLevel account. So this is how this automation workflow will run, and here we have successfully created automation between Webflow v1 and lead connector v2 with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.